Good evening, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Tonight, I'm going to talk about soft conditioning or soft trauma. Trauma doesn't need to be dramatic, traumatic. Some trauma could be really slow. The metaphor I would use is this frog in the warm water. You slowly cook the frog, and the frog didn't even know, and then they die before he even can aware of that. So, what is soft conditioning or soft trauma? Is when you were little, right? And somehow your parents or your teacher keep telling you, especially usually your parents, okay, whatever they're saying is very gentle. Doesn't need to be what they might be just joking. Because you're younger than your brother or sister. They always kind of make fun of you that like, well, your sister doing this, she's better. You don't know what you're doing, right? You are too young. You don't know what you're doing. And because you are younger than your brother or sister, and since they are a couple years older than you, their skills, the way they develop is a little bit faster than you. So, for some reason, if they keep telling you for that period of time, then you will believe them. It's like, oh, I'm too young. I don't know what I'm doing. Or it's like, you're not good at painting because obviously if your sister is 4 years older than you, I guess if she has 4 more years practice than you, of course you were not good at, compared to her at that time, you were not good at her. But just because your parents keep saying that, your sister is better than you, she can paint better than you, she ran fast than you, whatever things that they're saying that you after they in that 2 years they keep saying that, you start to believe that. And when you believe that, and then it become a program, a pattern in your life, because later obviously at a certain age you guys catch each other, right? You catch up with each other. And but because of you have the belief of that you are not as good as your sister painting, cooking, you are too young, you don't know what you're doing. If you hold that belief system, a lot of things you will not even go try it, or even you will not even do that thing anymore. Let's say if you are painting, okay, if you believe that your painting is not as good as your sister, I bet you will not pick up that paintbrush for years and years and years, until one day you might be, dating somebody, or somebody took you one of this painting class, and then you're like, screw that, or you still have a hard time to paint because every time you pick up as a paintbrush, you will remember what your parents said. That little girl still believe that she is not as good as her sister. So she probably just have hesitation, but since in a group setting, she's like, okay, all right, let me just, feel like she's gonna embarrass herself because she believes that she's not good. And maybe during the painting, it actually reactivated her passion, reactivated something inside of her that, wow, actually, she looked at her picture, she's like, wow, actually, I'm pretty good. Because everybody around her maybe tell her, wow, you're actually doing a good job if this is your first time, And then that moment, she or you might get a question is like, wow, why would I believe that I was not good? Because I really like it and people really like it, and I want to do more. I want to paint it more. So what I'm saying is checking with yourself. What are the things that you believe? You are still believing that your parents told you, or your siblings told you, or your teacher told you, and everything they told you about that, you haven't even tried that thing for however long you can remember. And those are the soft conditioning. But this that I'm talking about is more of a gentle thing, like you're not good at the painting, or you're not good at your sister on the painting, but sometimes could be a little bit like disturbing of what if they are joking that you are like, you are too chubby, you are chubby is also a thing, something, it could be cute, but maybe they will say you are like so short, you are not strong enough, you are too weak, some things like that. Because maybe when you were young, because your physical health that time, or some kids they're more of strong, some kids they born need a little bit more practice the exercising, maybe they have some immune system things like going on, so people make fun of you, you're so weak whatsoever, it hurts your self-esteem, self-confidence whatsoever, but you believe that because that was what's going on. But don't forget that you grow, you change, you shift. You were 5 years before, but you are not 5 years anymore, but you are still experiencing your 5 years old he or she experienced that time. You're reliving, you keep reminding you those beliefs, patterns still in your system. There's the program still in your computer system. So take the inventory. Ask yourself, what are those things are soft conditioning that you actually still experiencing that? And we can take care of that. Because when you're aware of that, when you go back to check in with this younger version of you, and with Theta healing, with other different healing modalities, you can reconnect with the inner child and address this part, release that part, and also so you or this inner child doesn't have to keep experiencing that feelings anymore. Okay, hopefully it makes sense, because I think it's very important, because now I see different, all kinds of clients that we all have different childhood, but this is sometimes I find a general theme of certain things they are working on that I think is very important. I want to share with you guys. So hopefully it helps. Okay, it helps. So let me know what do you think, or is there any those kind of patterns and the belief system that you want to share, and I would love to support you on your journey. If you resonate with this message, like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.